Our first article for today is about Henry Williams. Sir Henry Williams, born 1579, died 1636, was an English politician who sat in the House of Commons at various times between 1601 and 1624. Williams was the eldest son of David Williams, the judge of Gwynfed.
Gwernieft.
No way, Gwernieft. And his first wife. He was probably educated at Shrewsbury School in 1589 and was admitted at St. John's College, Oxford on the 16th of April 1594, aged 15. He entered Middle Temple in 1594. In 1601, he was elected Member of Parliament for Brecon. He was knighted on the July 23rd, 1603. In 1604, he was re-elected MP for Brecon. He succeeded to the Welsh estates of his father at Gwynfed, Aberlifney, in 1613, and was appointed High Sheriff of Breconshire for 1614 to 15. And in 1621, he was elected MP for Breconshire. He was re-elected MP for Breconshire in 1624. And served a second term as sheriff for 1627. William married Eleanor Whitney, daughter of Eustace Whitney of Whitney, Herefordshire. They had 7 sons, including Sir Henry Williams, 1st Baronet, who became a baronet, and 4 daughters. This article relies largely or entirely on a single source. Relevant discussion may be found on the talk page. Please help improve this article by introducing citations. Yeah. Henry Williams. He was 57 years old, so he was a pretty crotchety old man for those times. We're going to move on to somebody else. And this next article is about traffic model. A traffic model is a mathematical model of real-world traffic, usually, but not restricted to, road traffic. Traffic modeling draws heavily on theoretical foundations like network theory, and certain theories from physics like the kinematic wave model. The interesting quantity being modeled and measured is the traffic flow, i.e. the throughput of mobile units like vehicles per time, and transportation medium capacity like roads or lane width. Models can teach researchers and engineers how to ensure an optimal flow with a minimal number of traffic jams. Traffic models often are the basis of traffic simulation. As for the different types, there is microscopic traffic flow model, and traffic flow is assumed to depend on individual mobile units like cars, which are explicitly modeled. There is mesoscopic traffic flow model. This includes some elements of individual vehicle interaction through simulation, but simplified compared to microscopic models, or microsim. Geographic coverage is usually in between that of macro and micro. And there's macroscopic traffic flow model. Only the mass action of the statistical properties of a large number of units is analyzed. As for examples, there is the Middleton-Levine traffic model, traffic generation model, history of the network traffic models, traffic mix, intelligent driver model, network traffic, three-phase traffic theory, true fluid model. See also Brace's paradox, gridlock, mobility model, network traffic simulation, traffic bottleneck, traffic flow, traffic wave, queuing theory, and traffic equations. Traffic model, basically just going over how people are going into bumper and bumper traffic, how to prevent bottlenecks and keep things moving. Pretty simple concept. This is the Botanichesky SAD, or the Moscow Central Circle. The Botanichesky SAD is a station on the Moscow Central Circle of the Moscow Metro. Construction started on the station in October 2014, and the station opened in September 2016. The station is named for the nearby Moscow Botanical Garden. The station offers free out-of-station transfers to Botanichesky SAD station of the Kalusko-Rizhskaya line. In 2018, the city plans to complete an underground facility that connects the stations. But this is what it looks like. Looks pretty clean, well maintained. It is electrified. It has 2 tracks, 2 platforms, and the line is the Moscow Central Circle 14, operated by Russian Railways. I'm sure it's very convenient for the people that use it. Anyway, our next article is about Thomas Ryan, the artist. Thomas Ryan, born September 16th, 1929, died September 15th, 2021, was an Irish artist, designer, and medalist. As for his biography, he was born in St. Joseph Street, Limerick in 1929. Thomas Ryan grew up in Davis Street in the city. He was educated at the Limerick College of Art and the National College of Art in Dublin, where he studied under well-known artists such as Sean Keating and Maurice McGonigal. Ryan worked in a variety of media, including oil paints, watercolors, charcoal, pencil, and red and brown chalks. Some of his portraiture subjects include Ronnie Delaney, Patrick Hillary, Sean Keating, and Amon de Valera. His works Flight of the Earls and GPO 1916 are regarded as two of the country's most important historical works. Ryan's medallic work included designing the Old Irish £1 coin and the Millennium 50 pence piece. During his 10-year presidency of the Royal Hibernian Academy, he undertook the task of successfully completing the unfinished R.H.A. Gallagher Gallery in Dublin. As for his personal life and death, Ryan lived in Ashbourne, County Meath for about 45 years. He died in Blanchardstown, County Dublin on the 15th of September 2021, a day before his 92nd birthday. Yeah, so this dude was definitely lived for a long time. He must have been pretty healthy. And I'm not gonna lie, this picture goes kind of hard. This picture goes really hard, actually. This is called GPO 1916 by Thomas Ryan. So this, yeah, I see why this is significant, because this, yeah, if I was a leader of a country, I would want this in every museum. But yeah, Thomas Ryan, very cool guy. This next article is about Everything's Archie, the album. Everything's Archie is the second studio album by the Archies, a fictional bubblegum pop band from the Archie comics, and it was produced by Jeff Barry and released on the Calendar Records label in 1969. As for commercial performance, the album's first single, Feelin' So Good, or Scooby-Doo, with individual letters like SKOOBYDOO, peaked at number 53 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The album's second single, Sugar Sugar, peaked at number 1 on the pop chart, selling over 6 million copies and being awarded a golden disc. It was ranked as the number 1 song of the year in 1969, according to Billboard. The album peaked at number 66 on the Billboard 200 chart. As of September 1969, the album sold over 700,000 copies. Well, this is quite a bit before my time. For reference, I was born in 2000, so this was born this was made about the 32 years before I was even born. But I do think I recognize that Sugar Sugar song. It's like that song that goes like, Sugar Sugar, you are my candy girl. Unless I'm thinking of something completely different, but hold on. Let me actually look this up real quick. Alright, so I just listened to the song. That's actually exactly what Sugar Sugar is. So, yeah, I do actually recognize that song. Pretty good. If Feeling So Good and all the other songs on here are of that same caliber, then yeah, I can see why it was so high on the Hot 100, but as for the track listings, the individual songs, there's Feeling So Good, Melody Hill, Rock and Roll Music, Kissin', Don't Touch My Guitar, and Circle of Blue on side 1. On side 2, it's Sugar Sugar, You Little Angel You, Bicycles, Roller Skates and You, Hot Dog, Inside Out, Upside Down, and Love Light. But, and as for the people that actually sang it, personnel, there's Ron Dante, Tawny Wine, and Andy Kim. Andy Kim and Tawny Wine were on backing vocals, and Ron Dante was on regular vocals. Very cool. Timeless music. Okay. Our last article for today is the Codex Baldwini Treverensis. The Codex Baldwini Treverensis, also known as the Baldwinian or the Codex Baldwinius, is an illustrated chronicle made circa 1340 for Baldwin of Luxembourg, Archbishop of Trier, and brother of the late Emperor Henry VII. It covers Henry's Italian campaign of 1310 to 1313, in which Baldwin himself had been a participant. In this campaign, Henry sought papal coronation as emperor. He successfully brought northern Italy under imperial control and was crowned King of Italy in Milan. He entered Rome by force, but as St. Peter's Basilica St. Peter's Basilica remained in the hands of his enemies. He was crowned emperor at the Lateran on 29th of June, 1312, by 3 cardinals of Pope Clement V, who was himself in exile in Avignon. Henry died from malaria a year later, still on campaign. The codex consists of 37 parchment folia with large illustrations and short annotations describing the main events of Henry's campaign. It also contains the oldest illustration of the College of Prince-Electors. It is kept in the State Archive of Rhineland-Palatinate at Koblenz. This is the picture of it, and there is a little section under here that goes into a bit more detail about it. It says Henry VII crossed the Alps. Baldwin himself is depicted with a red cap under the banners of the Electorate of Trier and of Luxembourg, riding between King Henry, riding under the Eagle Standard, and Queen Margaret of Brabant. Also shown are the banners of Blankenheim, Savoy, and Austria on the accent, and of the Teutonic Knights, and of Henry of Flanders on the descent. But, yeah. Codex of Baldwini. I am sure that this is a masterpiece